You know that feeling, right? Your to-do list is a mile long, but you get to the end of the day and feel like you haven't made any real progress. Well, today we're going to break down a really simple technique that, according to research from Harvard, is the single most powerful way to get things done. Yep, you heard that right. In 2018, a Harvard study dug into 100 different productivity methods. And you know which one came out on top? Time boxing. It wasn't the most complicated, it wasn't the fanciest new app, it was just the most effective. That alone should make you sit up and listen. So how does it work? Well, the beautiful thing about this method is just how simple it is. It really just boils down to 3 straightforward steps that, honestly, anyone can start using right away. So here's the game plan. First, we're going to clear your head with something called a brain dump. Then we'll zero in on what actually matters by picking out your most important tasks. And finally, we'll lock it all into an actionable plan by time boxing it. So let's get right into it. Okay, we have to start with the foundation, the brain dump. Now, I know it might sound a little messy, but believe me, this is your first step towards getting total clarity. The whole idea here is to get every single thing that's floating around in your head, we're talking big projects, tiny errands, those random ideas you have, out of your mind and onto paper or a screen. Don't try to organize it, don't judge it, just let it all out. This literally frees up your mind so you can actually focus. Okay, so now you're probably looking at this huge, unfiltered list. Perfect. That's exactly what you want. Now, the next step is to find the signal in all that noise. It's time to prioritize. Look at that entire list you just made and ask yourself this one simple question. If I could only get 3 things done today to make it a successful day, what would they be? That's it. You need to circle or star or highlight just those 3 tasks. So why only 3? I mean, that feels like it's not enough, right? Well, that's actually the secret. This limitation is the key. It forces you to stop getting distracted by all the little busy work and gives you this laser focus on the tasks that are actually going to move you closer to your biggest goals. And now for the final piece of the puzzle. This is the step that gives the whole technique its name. This is where your list transforms into a concrete, can't-miss plan. You take those 3 priority tasks and you literally schedule them into your calendar. And I don't mean just writing work on report. I mean you write 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. draft introduction for Q3 report. You see? You're creating a fixed, dedicated container, a box of time for each task. So we've walked through the how, but what makes this so much more powerful than a simple to-do list? Well, it all comes down to the psychology of actually seeing your day laid out in front of you. Here's the core benefit, the real magic. When you time box, you're not just crossing your fingers and hoping you find time for your priorities. No, you are creating a clear, visual map of your day. You can see exactly how much time you've committed, and you know what's actually possible. So here's the bottom line. A to-do list is basically a wish list. It's a list of intentions. But a time-boxed calendar, that's a commitment. You transform these vague goals into a concrete, visual, and actionable plan that your brain is so much more likely to follow through on. So there you have it, Harvard's #1 productivity method, all in 3 simple steps. See, it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. It's about giving your most important tasks the time and the respect they really deserve. So the only question left is, what will you accomplish first?